Taking the first question, and I think Deputy Wallace will be following, but Deputy Humphreys will also be asking a question. 1 minute each.
Thanks, Ceann Comhairle. I honestly thought, Minister, you were answering a different question when I was listening to you at the start, because while it's very heartening to hear that you're confident that the money will go a long way, I think you're probably the only person in that category, because you're missing the essential point here that the trajectory of funding of the arts has been spiralling downwards over the past number of years, and it has reached this year the absolute critical point, which even your once-off lottery allocation is going to in no way eat into. And the reality is that for the providers of the arts, many jobs now are being jeopardised, and many projects are on a knife edge. The figure of a 7% cut last year on top of previous 6 years is just a cut too far, and points have been made by organisations like Culture Ireland and so on, who've got a cut of 21% of their funding. These are the people who promote Ireland abroad, who herald and trumpet our great artistic achievements, but they can't do that job if you're taking money out of their projects, and a lot of projects are in jeopardy now. How can you, if you cut the budget, they can't keep doing the jobs they're supposed to do, and I'm really wondering how you're going to square that circle.
Thank you. Minister, 1 minute.
Deputy Daly would be aware, no doubt, this is part of the framework. It was publicised last year, so people knew what their reductions were going to be. And just to point out to you, back in 2006, Deputy Daly, there was a reduction of 24.3%. In 2009, there was a reduction of 10%. When I got the opportunity, there was just in 2012, in that allocation, there was just a reduction of 2.9%. And last year, I think you mentioned a figure of 7%. Actually, it was 4%. And this year, unfortunately, it's going to be over 7%, because, as I explained earlier, the National Museum, national cultural institutions are really under pressure to stay open. And I had to, at this particular time, limit the reduction in their funding so that they can stay open and can provide services. And also, as I explained already, there's 6 million provided for Limerick City of Culture. Artists from all over the country will benefit from this, not just people in Limerick. So they will get an opportunity. As regards Culture Ireland, I do accept that Culture Ireland is very important, and we do, I suppose, send our artists all over with a very positive message about Ireland. But in this instance, there's still 2.5 million. It's a lot of money. But again, I had to focus the funding on what was happening here in our country, as much as focusing on sending people abroad.
Deputy Wallace? Sorry, do you want to come in?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I mean, the fact that it was a smaller cut under your budget last year is missing the central point, that the Arts Council alone have had a cut of 34% since 2008. Obviously, the arts costs money, but we get that money back in multiples by investing in it. And I have to say, Minister, that you haven't really dealt with that issue. If these are the organisations which are given the money to promote the local groups, how can they then keep going? There's a lot of people out there, independent filmmakers, young people who are being driven out of this country who have talents which other countries will pick up. It's very, very short-sighted. To give you one example, we're going to give €50 million this year to national toll roads for the Westlink toll bridge, which has been paid twice over, and yet the arts budget gets butchered. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.